Poppy, a greyhound learning how to be home. It's been about 5 weeks since we rescued Poppy, and some nights she still cries. It usually happens late when the house is quiet and everyone else is asleep. The sound is soft, not loud or frantic, just a kind of lonely whimper that comes and goes. We're not entirely sure why she does it. It could be memories from the life she had before, or maybe it's just that everything around her is still new. When it happens, we usually just sit with her for a moment, speak to her gently, and let her know we're there. Before we met Poppy, we had started reading a little about the greyhound racing industry in Australia. One thing that stood out was how many retired greyhounds there are compared to the number of homes available for them. Greyhounds are bred primarily for racing there, not really for companionship. So when their racing careers end, they often have to wait for someone to adopt them. Poppy had run 53 races during her time in the industry. After that, she spent the rest of her time being bred, having puppies that would eventually go back into racing themselves. That cycle is pretty common in the industry. When we first heard about her, we weren't exactly sure what to expect, but we did know we wanted to meet her. The day we went to see her, we were all a little nervous. Meeting a dog with that kind of background can feel a bit uncertain, but as soon as we saw her, something about her felt right. She stood there quietly watching us with those big eyes greyhounds have. She looked calm, maybe a little unsure, but gentle. It didn't take long before we realized she was probably ready for a quieter life. Since bringing her home, she's been a very sweet dog. She's gentle in a way that's hard to miss. If she wants attention, she'll just walk over and lightly nudge us with her nose until someone gives her a pat. She doesn't demand it. She just asks in her own quiet way. Apparently, her trainers had liked her for that reason too. They said she always had a soft temperament. But her life before coming here was very different from a typical pet dog's life. Poppy had lived outside the entire time. She had never been inside a house before. The first week at home showed that pretty clearly. She didn't seem to know where to settle or what to do with herself indoors. She didn't eat very much at first, and sleeping seemed difficult for her. One small thing we tried was giving her a stuffed toy, just something simple that might make her feel a little more comfortable. It was a small pink bunny. At first, we didn't think much about it, but after a while, it became clear that she had claimed it as her own. She would go looking for it when she wanted to lie down. Sometimes she'd pull it closer with her paws and curl up next to it. Other times, she'd just rest her nose against it while she slept. It was a small thing, but it felt meaningful somehow, like she had found something that helped her relax. Even after 5 weeks, Poppy is still easily frightened by certain things. Loud trucks passing by, unfamiliar dogs, sudden noises. When something startles her, she doesn't bark or run. Instead, she freezes completely. She'll just stand still and wait. When that happens, I usually stand beside her and give her a few pats, speaking to her quietly until she feels comfortable enough to move again. Lately, though, we've started seeing little signs that she's settling in. They're small moments, but they're noticeable. Sometimes she'll walk around the house with a toy, especially a squeaky puppy toy that she seems to like a lot. Our other dog has also become comfortable around her, and the two of them move around each other easily now. Poppy herself seems to want affection more and more. She's always leaning into someone or nudging a hand, hoping for another pat. It's clear that she enjoys being close to people. There's something about her eyes that says a lot without her doing anything at all. Sometimes you can see a little bit of sadness there, which isn't surprising considering the kind of life she had before. But at the same time, there's also a calmness and a kind of trust that seems to be growing slowly. Physically, Poppy looks exactly like you'd expect a greyhound to look. Everything about her is long, her legs, her body, her nose. Greyhounds have a very distinctive shape, but she's also a beautiful dog. If someone were to describe a greyhound as elegant or striking, she would fit that description easily. One thing that adopting Poppy has really made clear is how well greyhounds can adapt to being companion animals. In Australia, they're still primarily bred for racing, so most of the greyhounds people see come directly from that industry. They're not commonly bred just to be family pets, but once they retire and have a chance to settle into a home, many of them turn out to be very calm, affectionate dogs. Poppy still has things she's learning. She's still getting used to the sounds of a neighborhood, to living indoors, to feeling completely safe. That kind of adjustment doesn't happen overnight, but little by little, she seems more comfortable than she was when she first arrived, and that's really all we hoped for. Poppy, we're very glad you found your way here, and we're happy that this part of your life can be quieter than the last. For anyone thinking about bringing a dog into their home, it might be worth considering adoption. There are many animals like Poppy who have spent years in working environments or shelters simply waiting for someone to give them a chance at a different kind of life. They may take a little time to adjust, but often they end up becoming incredibly loyal companions. And sometimes all they really need is a safe place to land and someone willing to be patient while they learn what home feels like, shape. But she's also a beautiful dog. If someone were to describe a greyhound as elegant or striking, she would fit that description easily.